Linking the coronavirus outbreak to a
lab. The coronavirus may have leaked from a lab.
Did it escape from China's Wuhan lab?
The U.S. carries out a coordinated propaganda campaign in spreading the Wuhan lab leak conspiracy. The aim: blame China and deflect their responsibility for being the biggest exporter of the virus.
We reviewed months of data and find the propaganda pushed by the US officials, mainstream Western media, and a broader group of experts and academics coincided with President Biden's highly politicized investigation into the Wuhan lab leak theory, though the theory was ruled out by an early WHO investigation as highly unlikely.
Confirms the US intelligence report says 3 researchers at a Wuhan lab.
Behind the first push of the Wuhan lab leak theory is former US President Donald Trump. On April 17, 2020, President Trump said during a White House briefing the US government was looking into the Wuhan lab leak claim because it made sense without citing evidence. As the election approached, the Trump administration relentlessly promulgated the conspiracy to the end of his office term.
But yeah, we have people looking at it very, very strongly.
Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, one of the Trump administration's fiercest China bashers, embraced the controversial lab leak theory in public remarks. The theory was keenly carried further by right-wing politicians and the media, with Fox News leading the charge, but it's largely confined within the circle of China hawks. The internet search for Wuhan lab leak remains relatively flat over the course of 2020, but a sudden surge appeared in May 2021. A May 23 Wall Street Journal exclusive by Michael Gordon cited anonymous intelligence sources saying researchers of the Wuhan lab had sought hospital treatment after becoming ill in November 2019, but they failed to respond to a request for further information about the researchers.
Within 24 hours, Western media were running with the story, and the Wuhan lab leak theory was once again alive and kicking. 3 days later, Biden announced that he had given intelligence agencies 90 days to investigate the theory.
Notably, his order goes to the intelligence agencies but not the science community. On May 26, the New York Times called for more work looking into how the pandemic began. On May 27, the Washington Post added a dash of salt to the narrative by saying that the Wuhan lab was conducting risky and controversial gain-of-function experiments. On May 28, the BBC published reports in which its correspondent said the theory feels different coming from the mouth of Joe Biden.
And suddenly the world's media are taking it seriously.
The massive propaganda accompanying the administration's announcement gushed throughout the Western media, while the US reliance on vaccines has failed to curb the surge of new COVID-19 cases, and the prospect of a quick economic recovery has fallen short.
The administration has also been in want of a common enemy, an international rival, to fix the entrenched partisan divide in domestic politics.
Social media Twitter shows a similar trend as posts on the Wuhan lab leak in May grew 10 times the number in April.
The US also forced the WHO to drop its earlier dismissal of the lab leak idea and join its propaganda campaign. Scientists who voiced disquiet about this have been silenced.
The US attempt to deflect blame helps distract from domestic problems and serves its strategy to contain China, but undermines global efforts to find the source of health crisis and possible solutions to this and future pandemics.